Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, the Justice Department has come to a settlement with the North Carolina Board of Elections over the accuracy of voting records. U.S. District Judge Richard Myers signed the proposed consent agreement filed a few days ago by lawmakers for the Department's Civil Rights Division and the State Board of Elections. They said it would ensure the state's compliance with federal law and avoid an expensive trial. The May 27th lawsuit accused the state board of violating the Help America Vote Act by failing to ensure registration records were accurate for federal elections. The state board already initiated, quote, registration repair project, end quote, in mid-July, asking that 103,000 registered voters supply missing numerical identifiers. There are close to 7.6 million registered voters in North Carolina, where the statewide elections are often closely contested. Federal and North Carolina laws have directed that since 2004, election officials request registrants provide a voter's driver's license number and the last 4 digits of their social security number. For about a decade, however, the state's registration form failed to make clear voters were supposed to provide a number if they had one, resulting in records that indicate numerical IDs have never been provided. A previous edition of the state board, in which Democrats held a majority, updated the form but declined to contact people statewide to request numbers in time for the 2024 elections. The lack of numerical IDs surfaced in litigation filed by the Republican Party in 2024 and challenges to the results in a state Supreme Court race. Now, the board flipped to a Republican majority in early May, and the lawsuit was filed soon after. It cited, in part, Trump's broad executive order on the elections in March, said that it was designed to, quote, guard against illegal voting, unlawful discrimination, and other forms of fraud, error, or suspicion, end quote. Now, in other news, police are asking for your help in locating this man you're seeing on your screen right now, who they say has connection to the robbery of an elderly woman. Elizabeth City Police were called Friday morning to the 800 block of Halstead Boulevard after an elderly woman had her purse stolen. Now, after the theft, police say the purse snatcher ran into the woods behind Rose's. The victim was treated by EMS for her hand injuries. Police say their investigation into the crime is ongoing. If you know who the man is, you're asked to call the Elizabeth City Police Department at 252-335-4321, or you can reach out to Crime Stoppers at 252-335-5555. I want to highlight a road closure in Williamston. It'll be happening until around, I believe it's going to be around 4 p.m. later on today. CSX Transportation announced that it will be removing the old bridge timbers in an overhead bridge on Main Street in Williamston. The road, again, will be closed today until 4 p.m. Now, the closure started at 9 a.m. Signage will be in place, again, marking the detours. So if you are doing any driving around Main Street in Williamston, do understand you may run into some slowdowns, you may run into some traffic due to this closure. I also want to highlight again for those of you who may be heading to the coast soon that Oceana Pier is still damaged and still closed to the public. Now, waves of 15 to 20 feet high crashed into the pier as Hurricane Erin passed by the coast about 3 weeks ago. In a social media post, Oceana Pier and Pier House Restaurant said they expect the pier to be closed until at least the middle of the month. Now, Oceana said their engineering team has inspected the entire pier and has identified repairs that need to be made before the public can use it again. The waterfront restaurant, however, remains open. And finally, a look, again, talking about hurricanes, let's talk about your forecast. Today, it's been a cloudy day thus far, and while there is a pretty well-defined line between cloudy and not cloudy in North Carolina today. In fact, we'll take a look at your visible satellite, and you can see that right around I-95 is where a lot of people start to see that dividing line show up overhead. A lot of the clouds over eastern North Carolina right now not showing any signs of rainfall currently, but off our coast we do have some showers coming down. For today, giving it about maybe a 20% chance of rain. I do think we'll see a little bit more rain coming in for tomorrow. Right now, again, just plan on more cloudiness through today. There will be some sun breaks, but I think you're better served to anticipate cloud cover versus sunshine today. There you can see maybe a few stray showers trying to work their way towards Cape Lookout. Not a lot there. As far as what it looks like down at ground level, this is a view through our Washington cam. 71 degrees, comes with a north-northeasterly breeze at 12 miles an hour. Dew points in the low 60s. Keep that comfortable feeling very present right now, and well, that carries over all the way into Greenville, where we maintain about a 61-degree dew point. Air temperatures, though, in the low 70s, and north-northeasterly wind coming in about 10 to 15 miles an hour right now. Most of eastern North Carolina set up around the low to mid-70s currently, but a northeasterly wind will be turning more northwesterly here over the next few days. But so long as we maintain that northerly direction, our dew points again going to be a little bit below average, but yesterday far below average, which is why again we're seeing such a bounce back in terms of humidity throughout the Albemarle Sound region. That's where we've seen quite the spike in dew points over the past 24 hours, where numbers have come up between around 10 to 15 degrees as far as your dew points go. That's a change you can certainly feel. Now, when we zoom the picture out a little bit further, again, we've got a high pressure system off to our west, area of low pressure to our northeast, and then we're going to be seeing a secondary low, a cutoff low, break off of that low pressure system you're seeing kind of near New York. That low that you're seeing there, again, will continue to work its way out into the northern Atlantic, kind of cruising the east coast of the U.S., but all of the rain showers you're seeing across areas around D.C. and even into Virginia, that is a cutoff low, a weak surface low that will provide eastern North Carolinians a better opportunity for some rain showers as we head into tomorrow. That could linger into your Thursday as well. There you can see that cutoff low forming and set up pretty much right over the Albemarle Sound. That means, again, rain showers are expected to dot the radar picture coming up for tomorrow. Not everyone is going to see consistent rain. I don't think actually anybody is going to see consistent rain, but we will have off and on showers through the day tomorrow. We'll have some in the morning, some in the afternoon, and some in the evening. And some of those showers could carry over into Thursday as well. Right now, we've got air temperatures into the mid to upper 70s here for today and tomorrow. Noticeably cooler than our seasonal average, but as we head towards the weekend, we'll see those air temperatures climb back into the low 80s. Overnight lows, however, are going to actually be falling into the upper 50s. So for tonight, mid-60s plan for your overnight lows. Then we get a little bit cooler for those overnights, making it feel very comfortable by the time we get to the tail end of the week. Friday night and Saturday night, both coming in at 59 degrees. That's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Supreme Choice.